Friends, let's say we work for Airbnb and we want to build an application which enable the customers to query the listings in natural language. For example, here a customer has asked, give me listings in Porto with a waterfront. Okay, our system should figure out that the customer is looking for a listing in Porto and they have some special requirements. Uh, in this case, amenities, they are looking for a waterfront. Okay, so this is what our system has done. It translated the customer query into its own query, looking for listings in location Porto with amenities waterfront. Okay, and then here we have another customer who asked a very similar question but has some additional requirements. Give me listings in Porto with a waterfront and a score greater than 90. Okay, now our database might not have a column called score. We might have some review rating, review or rating, something similar to that, right? So our application again should figure out what are the customer requirements and translate them into its own query. Okay, so here in addition to the location and the amenities, it has figured out the customer is looking for review score rating, which is the language of our database, greater than 90. Okay, so we want to build such an application. So what are the requirements? First, obviously our application should understand the customer query, which is a natural language, and then from it should be able to figure out or translate the requirements into these filters. So what filters it should apply. Okay, and we will build a hybrid search engine, which is the combination of semantic search using the vector store and embeddings, and the traditional lexical search, which is more of a keyword based. And more importantly, our search engine must be very flexible to handle different ways of questions asked by the customers. Okay, so those are the requirements. Now we need a database, so let's create a free MongoDB database. So just sign up, and here you can create a free cluster, which is enough for our purpose. Create cluster. Okay, since I have already done, I don't see the free option, but we can create one cluster for free. Okay, I'll do this later. All right, so and then I have created this cluster 0. So click on connect, click on drivers, choose Python here, and then here we have the connection string. Okay, note down this connection string, and you need to replace this DB password with the actual password. Okay, so let's take this connection string. All right. Okay, so with these requirements, we are going to build an AI agent using Hugging Face small agents. Okay, sorry, we will be using Llama index. Okay, not Hugging Face. All right. Okay, first this is our database data. So we have the data from Hugging Face datasets. For the demo purpose, we just took only the 200 records. And as you can see here, we have some listing ID, the listing URL, the name, summary, which is very important, the description of the listing or the property. And then we have many additional variables, including the address, the availability, review score, which has the rating score, which is between 0 to 100. And we also have, I guess, amenities. It's somewhere, yeah, it's this also has this amenities. Okay, so we read the dataset into a pandas data frame. All right, before that, since we created the MongoDB database, so we will be using a PyMongo client to connect to the database. All right, here paste your URL. As I mentioned, update the password with the actual password. All right, we create the client and we just ping it to make sure that we are able to connect. We successfully connected to the database. All right, so as I mentioned, we will be building a hybrid search engine, which is a semantic as well as lexical, right? So for the semantic one, we need embeddings, we need an LLM to synthesize the final response, right? So what we do is we'll use Llama index framework. So we will be using OpenAI embeddings as well as OpenAI LLM for the agent. Okay, all right. So we set the embedding model, very standard stuff. The text embeddings 3 small, the dimension size 256, and since we will be we will be creating embeddings for all the data. I mean, in this case, only 200 records. We will be doing that in batches of 10 to speed up. Now, I already have my API key in my environmental variables, and we will be using a GPT-4o Mini as an LLM for the agent. All right. So we download the dataset, and then so we convert this pandas data frame data into llama index documents, which is very simple. So what we do is we transform all these records in the form of into a dictionary. Okay. So orient records, each row or record gets transformed into a dictionary. And then now for the filtering, we want to use some special fields, right? I mean, so for example, the customer might be asking for some special amenities. Okay, so let's use amenities and also the availability, the review score. So the amenities and review score, these are the most commonly used filterings, right? So these are the filters we are going to use as metadata. Okay, so in addition to the actual data, which is the description of the listing, we will treat all these fields as metadata so that our agent will figure out from the user query if there are any requirements related to these metadata fields, and if there are, we will apply those filters. Okay, all right. So here we are going over all the documents one by one, and we are converting those documents into this llama index document. Okay, all we are doing is we are simply saying the main text is the description of the listing, and then we are going to have a bunch of fields as metadata. So these 5 fields as metadata. Okay, so we convert each record into llama index document, and we add them to a list. So this is how it looks like. So for example, if you look at the first document, so it is of type llama index document, an ID created on the fly, and then we don't have any embeddings yet. And here we have the metadata. Okay, so all this is metadata, the amenities, as you can see, TV, cable, Wi-Fi, so on and so forth. And then we have some availability metadata, and then the review scores. Okay, so how confident the score is, that's review scores accuracy 9, and the actual rating, which is 89. Okay, then we have the listing URL, and finally we have the description of the listing. Okay, so this is one listing data. All right. Okay, so and then so we will be using this MongoDB Atlas vector search product from MongoDB, which offer this hybrid search capabilities. Okay, all right. So we are going to create a database. So far we simply connected to the MongoDB client, but now we are going to create a database, and within the database we will create a collection, and then we'll have a vector store as well as this full text search. FTS means full text search. Okay, VS is vector search. All right. So we chose some names for all these. Now we will define the MongoDB Atlas vector search. Okay, we supply the client, what's our database name, the collection name, and we will be having a vector store as well as this full text store or index. Okay, so the embeddings key, the vector index will works based on the embeddings. So for that, the field is going to be embeddings, and the text from our llama index documents, we will be using the text. So as you can see here, the text field, here you see this text, right? That's the description of the listing. All right. So we have all our documents, and here we are ingesting the documents into the vector store. Okay. So we create embeddings. We have 200 records. We create embeddings for all of them and ingest them into this vector store index. All right. Now we define the search schema. As we saw from examples, the user query, our agent will figure out if they have any special requirements and translate those requirements into filters. Okay. So for the vector search, we will be using the cosine similarity, and this is simply the number of dimensions, 256. That's for the text embedding small model. And then we have the embeddings, which is where the embeddings for the description are stored. Now, more importantly, here we have the metadata for filtering. So we might be filtering based on the amenities as well as review score rating if the user has any such requirements. Okay, so whenever we query the vector store, in addition to the cosine similarity, if they have user requirements, we will be applying these two filters. Okay. All right. Similarly, for the full text search, we will be using the text field only. Okay. All right. And then now we are going to create a tool, and then we'll give the tool to the agent. Okay. Now, since the application require a bunch of filterings. So here we have some filtering modules, filtering condition operator, metadata filters, etc., etc. And this function tool, it converts a standard Python function into a tool which Llama index agents can call or invoke. Okay, so first let's create our tool in the form of standard Python function. Okay, so here we have the query and the amenities, the review ratings. Okay, remember the user question will have, from the user question we will always infer a query. The amenities and review score ratings are optional. Okay, if they have such requirements, the agent will find out those from the user query and pass them to the tool. Okay, all right. So this one again, whenever we have a tool in any agent framework, this dark string is very important, because that's how the agent will figure out which tool to use if we are providing multiple tools. Okay, all right. So here we define the filters. So we have the metadata filter based on this field, review score rating, and the variable, the input variable is review score rating. Okay, so the review score rating must be greater than, okay, GT, that's greater than. Okay, so we have one filter. And amenities, it's a list, because the user might have multiple requirements, right? Like they wanted a TV, they wanted a waterfront, or maybe a telephone, things like that, right? So the amenities can be a list. So here we define the second filter. We go over all the amenities if there are multiple, and the amenities must be equal. So that's the filter we are applying. Okay, so we have two filters. Now we combine these two filters and we apply this AND condition. So if there are requirements, the both filters must be applied. Okay, so what happens is, when we query the vector store, even before querying the embeddings to compute the semantic similarity, these filters are applied first. Okay, so we narrow down the search space. That way the search becomes faster. Okay, so first these filters are applied if there are any. All right, so here we define the query engine using the vector store index. We want to retrieve the top 5 documents, and as you can see here, the query mode is hybrid, which means it will be doing both the semantic as well as the lexical search. Now the filters, this is also important part. So these filters, we also supply the filters to the query engine. All right, so we query, and from the information we are simply extracting the listings URL and returning the listings. Okay, so far this is only a function. Now using the Llama index functional tool, we can convert that into a tool by simply functional tool. From defaults, here we supply the function, give it a name. Okay, so we created a query tool here. All right, the only thing remaining is we want to create an agent and give the tool to the agent. All right, so we will be using function calling agent. So create an agent, which require two things at the minimum, the tools as well as the LLMs. Okay, so we define the agent. Now we can query the agent. Now let's ask this question, give me listings in Porto with a waterfront. Okay, so the agent has figured out the customer is looking for listings in Porto, so that became the query. And then the user has a special requirement waterfront, that has become this amenities. Okay, so the amenities waterfront. Now there isn't any requirement on the scoring, so it's set the value to be 0. Okay, all right, so first when we invoke this agent, as you can see, it called this function get Airbnb listings, which is a tool, right? Okay, it has done that, and it found out there are 2 listings satisfying the customer requirements, the location Porto and the amenities waterfront. Okay, so here are those 2 listings. Now the first listing, so I'm just taking the URL, this one and this one, and looking for what are their scores. So the first one has score 89, the review score rating, the second one has 97. Now let's say the second customer has asked the question the same as the previous one, but has additional requirement and score greater than 90. Okay, so now let's see what our agent does. Again, it called the get Airbnb listing tool as expected, but this time it figured out, in addition to query and amenities waterfront, now the user has an additional requirement that the score is greater than 90. We did not say what the score is, but again the agent figured it out. The customer is asking for review score rating, which is our database language, greater than 90. Okay, now this time you see only one listing has been written, so 11207193. This listing, which indeed has a score greater than 90. So this one has below 90. Okay, so yeah, if you find this content useful, please consider like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.